Alright, so this little thing has been what has caused me to not be able to use my tripod the last few months for these airport update videos. And what this thing is it's a little connector that goes in a tripod and it connects to your camera directly. In fact, I still have the protective thing on it. Let me take that off. What this thing does is it screws into your camera, as you can see right there, and then it goes into the tripod right here. Just pull this lever back. It's called a quick release. You just pop that in there, and then your camera's secure to a tripod. So that's how the tripod security works. I had to buy a new one of these because I lost my other one somewhere in the house here. But yeah, I finally have this, and now all I have to do now is, let me just set up this tripod here real quick. Just set up at this little angle. I will just screw this into the bottom of the camera. This can be a little bit tricky when you're trying to do it one-handed and filming at the same time. But I just screwed in like so. Put the camera down on the tripod, latch the tripod, and we're good to go. So there we go. We now have tripod accent back. So this will be perfect because I'm going to Atlanta, and we can now do the updates with a tripod. So that's what's been up, and hopefully tripod updates will be a lot better now. What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here for yet another video, and today we have a Raleigh-Durham International Airport update for September 2021. This update has a lot of new and interesting things occurring in Raleigh. It's one of my favorite airports. There are a lot of interesting things going on, so let's get started with this video. Over here at the southwest section, we have the Boeing 737-700, who came in from Fort Lauderdale and we're going out to Tampa. Really cool to see both those routes returning. The B738 from NG Models came in from Atlanta and will be going out to Orlando. The Southwest B738 in the Heart livery, also from NG Models, came in from Denver and we're going out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. And a new model here is the Southwest 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery. This is the NG Models variant with the split skin towers in the awesome Canyon Blue livery. This aircraft came in from Baltimore and will be going out to Nashville. Over here on the taxiway, we have a Southwest 737 MAX 8 who came in from Austin and will be going out to Orlando. Over at Terminal 2, we have the regional gates over here, and you can see a Delta CRJ-900. This is, of course, the new Gemini Jets release. This aircraft came in on a turn for New York LaGuardia. And the other CRJ-900 came in for New York JFK, and we're going on a subscriber route to Jacksonville or JT Pilots Airport. Over here we got this JetBlue ERJ-190 who came in from Cancun, and he is now pushing back for a flight out to Newark. It is really interesting that JetBlue is essentially turning Raleigh-Durham into a focus city or mini hub, as you will see with some of the other routes. Most of these flights are still on ERJ-190s, but there are anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 A320 flights a day. Over here at gate 16 is this Air Canada CRJ-900. I assume this is approximately where they are parking these aircraft, as Flight Radar does not say where these aircraft are being parked. So if a local plane spotter at Raleigh could tell me where Air Canada is parking, that would be great. However, I have this plane parked here for now, and so this is where this plane is being parked. It's an awesome aircraft, and it's great to see Air Canada back. Now, of course, they are not flying the CRJs. They are currently flying the E170, but I do not have that plane, so here is a CRJ-900 in the meantime. Next up, we got this American Eagle CRJ-900 here on an early morning flight from Charlotte Douglas. This is the only CRJ-900 flight a day into Raleigh for American Airlines, and that's basically it. Kind of funny that once they get the model, they don't really fly in as much, which is kind of strange. E-Jet activity, though, is very busy for American Airlines, and here we have an aircraft that came in from Pittsburgh that is returning service, and we're going out to Austin, or American Airlines' new focus city. So really interesting to see what American is doing there. They're also flying these to Nashville as well, which is super cool. Here we have another E170 who I am using it as an American aircraft. It's another US Airways one because I still do not have an American E-Jet, but the US Airways ones will do for now. This aircraft came in from New York LaGuardia, and he'll be going out to Washington Reagan National, 2 regular E-Jet routes. It is good to see the Raleigh to Reagan National service returning, which is awesome to see. Over here we got the American A321 here on a turn from Charlotte Douglas. This is a once a day flight. I believe it's about a 4:30 p.m. arrival. It is a really short flight, about 30-minute flight, but it's cool to see that there is capacity for an A321 on the route. Next up we got the AirCal Retro 737-800 here from Dallas Fort Worth, and he'll be going out to Charlotte Douglas. Over here at the American A319 gate, this aircraft came in from Nashville, and he'll be going out to Philadelphia. Good to see A319 service return to Philadelphia, and that Nashville service is very cool. Here we got the JetBlue A320. This aircraft came in from San Juan, and it'll be going out to Las Vegas, which is a new service for JetBlue. Las Vegas to Raleigh is a super cool flight, and I'm really happy to see it here on the A320. Over here we got another A320, and this aircraft came in from San Juan, and it'll be going out to Los Angeles. Other A320 routes that we get are Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, and new service to San Francisco, I believe, is also on the A320. This aircraft is barcode A320. We also have E-Jet service to Newark, Cancun. Sometimes Cancun's an A320 as well. The E-Jets also go to Newark, Newark JFK, and Boston Logan. Next up, we got a really interesting flight. Here we have this Delta A319, who is loading up for a flight out to Tampa, and he came in from Jacksonville earlier. These are 2 new routes that Delta is flying on the A319 to Raleigh. There are about 4 A319 flights a day. They fly to, I believe, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Tampa, and Jacksonville, all on the A319 for Raleigh, which is really cool to see that Delta is really pushing their Raleigh focus city. More evidence of Raleigh being a big focus city for Delta is the 737-800 flight out to Las Vegas. This is a daily flight, and this is also on that new model that got the 2007 release Gemini Jets Delta 737-800, which is better than the newer releases. Yes, I know, pretty crazy, think about that. And the even better model still is the NG 737-800. This aircraft is on a turn from Los Angeles, and yes, that is a regularly scheduled Delta flight once a day as well on the 737-800 from Los Angeles. Really cool to see that flight coming in Raleigh, and this NG version is so much better than the Gemini version, I can say that for sure. Next up we got the 757-200. This is a once a day flight from Atlanta, and it's really cool to see the 752s coming in to Raleigh-Durham. This aircraft was actually a non-limited 752, which is really cool to see. You do get to see those a lot more at Raleigh, because they often will fly those on shorter flights. Over here you can see 2 717-200s for Delta, and the only flights that these guys are flying now are to Detroit. I believe it's a once or twice daily flight to Detroit. So both of these guys will be doing turns to Detroit. Alaska Airlines has downgazed service from Seattle to Raleigh to a 737-800. So here we have an Alaska Airlines 737-800 in the Spirit of Seattle livery. This is a great model by NG Malls. And something that I'm really surprised to see, but very happy to see, is the Frontier A321 that is now coming into Raleigh a lot more. This aircraft came in from Las Vegas, and he'll be going out to Denver, which are the current 2 A321 routes, but it's really cool to see them on the Frontier A321. Here we have Steve the Eagle on today's service. Over here we got the Frontier A320 Neo. This is the color Lizard aircraft. He came in from Cleveland and will going out to Teterboro. Over here we got the United E-Jet, who came in from Chicago O'Hare and will be going out to Houston George Bush. There are a lot less of these United E-Jets flying in now, thanks to increase in demand. So United has brought almost every single route, and I believe actually every single route now has mainline service from Raleigh, which is awesome to see. The United 737-800 in the Evil Globe livery came in from Chicago O'Hare and will be going out to Washington Dulles. The A319 came in from Denver and will be going out to Houston George Bush Intercontinental. The Denver flight is also often on an A320. The final plane for today is this United 737-900ER. This aircraft came in from Newark and will be going out to San Francisco. And the San Francisco flight yesterday, the day that before that I'm recording this on, I believe it was Friday, was actually on this airplane here, the Eco Skies livery. So it's really cool. So I decided to put the Eco Skies livery in this update. It's been a while since I put this plane in an update, but here it is, the Eco Skies 739 in an update on a flight from San Francisco. And that is it for this Raleigh update. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. It was my pleasure bringing it out to you guys. And I hope you all enjoyed this one. And I hope you all enjoyed the new interesting routes I covered. So, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And God bless you.